So there are a lot of new arrivals at Sephora, including a ton of value and gift sets. Normally, we don't see this many launch right after the holiday season because I feel like brands tend to launch their best gift sets during the holiday season, but there are quite a few new launches. So in today's video, I wanted to share the best and worst options. I'm going to break it down for you, share what you get, and share the actual value versus what you pay so you can decide whether or not these are sets that you want to consider. There are makeup sets, skincare, fragrance. There are so many options. Again, I'm just kind of focusing on like 12 different options in today's video. But if you go over to Sephora's website, they have like a section where you can see the value and gift sets. Click on that and you'll see all of the new launches, and there are a ton to choose from. So if you have a gift card from the holiday season, or you're looking to refresh a certain part of your makeup collection or skincare routine, this could be a really great option because some of them have a really high value compared to what you pay for them. Okay, so let's kick it off with a new Sephora Favorites kit. I think they actually launched 2 new kits, and the first one already sold out. I don't even see it on Sephora's website anymore. I saw someone talking about it on YouTube and someone talking about it on Instagram, but I can't find it. So I have a feeling this one will sell out too. The Sephora Favorites kits, if they're good, typically do sell out pretty quickly. So if you're interested in this one, I would say grab it sooner than later. This one is the Perfect Pout Lip Kit. So it comes with 5 different lip products, and you get 3 full-size products. So the first full-size product in here is from Glossier. I haven't tried this product, but I've thought about it on multiple occasions. It's the Ultra Lip High Shine Lipstick with hyaluronic acid in the shade Vila. It is a dusty rose. I think this is basically like a balmy lipstick from what I've seen online, and it's supposed to be really comfortable, really hydrating, really soft and pretty. Most of the shades in here are in like the pink color family, so if you don't like pink lip products, this probably won't be for you. So the Glossier lipstick retails for $18. The next lipstick retails for $35, which is actually only $1 more than the kit. So it's basically like paying for this lipstick, and then you get all of those 4 lip products for $1 extra. So this one is a really good deal when it comes to value. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick in the shade Pillow Talk Medium, which is a warm berry pink. I actually picked up a set of Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks from Nordstrom just like back in December. It came with 3 minis, and I have to say I do like the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick formula. I've been wearing them quite a bit because they're very opaque, really creamy and smooth, and I've definitely been getting back into just like regular cream lipsticks again. I've been on a sheer glossy lip product kick for like the past 3 years, and these days I kind of just want like a little more color, a little more pigment, and obviously lipstick is kind of the way to go. So I have been enjoying that formula a lot. And then the third full-size lipstick is from Rare Beauty. It is the Kind Words matte lipstick in the shade Humble, which is a rose mauve. So I don't have that specific shade, but I do have one. I think I have the shade, I want to say it's Talented, and I really like it. It is a very lightweight matte lipstick. It doesn't feel too heavy on the lips. It's definitely not like a dry or uncomfortable lipstick by any means. So I think that is a really nice option too. So along with those 3 full-size lip products, you do get a mini of the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumper in the shade Honeysuckle, which is a black cherry. I do have that one. It looks great on top of other lipsticks. It's really pretty on its own. And I did the value, and that one's worth $11.56. And then the last product in here is a mini clearance lip comfort hydrating lip oil. I couldn't find the exact size of the clearance lip oil to break it down and do the math. It looks like it's a pretty small size. Sephora claims this kit is worth $90, and when I did the math and added everything else up, there was about $5.44 left. So I'm just going to say it's worth that much. It might be worth slightly more, slightly less, but it is a pretty small amount. So I think that's actually a really good value for a Sephora Favorites kit. $90 for 34 is amazing because that Charlotte Tilbury product alone retails for $35. And that's a pretty popular formula, a pretty popular shade. So if you were wanting that, you might as well get this kit because for $1 more, you get 4 extra products. So I think Tarte did a really good job overall with their holiday kits this year. There were a few that had like a very inflated value, but a lot of them came with a bunch of full-size products for a pretty good discounted price. So right now they have a set that comes with 3 mini lip products. So this could be a good option if you do prefer minis. It is the Mini Maracuja Juicy Lip Rosy Essentials set. So it comes with 2 best-selling Maracuja Juicy Lip products and then 1 newer launch. So you get the Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Rose. I do have that one. It's a really beautiful pink that I think looks great on its own, but sometimes I'll pair it with a lipstick too. You also get the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the shade Primrose, and then the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in Rosy Mauve Shimmer Glass. I think they just recently launched these. They have a lot of shimmer in them, so they look extra shiny on the lips. You have to decide whether or not these shades are different enough for you to really need all 3 of them. Maybe you really like tones like this and you wouldn't be opposed opposed to having three that are kind of similar. But if you're looking for a lot of variation, this probably isn't the set for you. As for value, it is $25. They're claiming it's a $39 value. The full-size Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Rose comes with 2 grams for $24. The mini comes with 1.3 grams, so it breaks down to be worth about $15.60. The full-size Juicy Lip Plumps actually come with quite a bit more product. They have 2.7 grams for $24. So the minis break down to be about $11.56 each. So the set as a whole is valued at $38.72. They claim $39, so pretty close. So I actually think this is a really good value set. For $24, which is the price of one full-size product, you actually get 3 shades and you end up getting more product within this kit. I don't know, again, that the color variation is different enough that I would want like these 3 specific minis in a kit, but if it appeals to you, I definitely think it is a great option for the price. Okay, so Rare Beauty actually has a new set. This is called the Nice and Neutral Lip Gloss and Liner Duo. So for $25, you get 2 products. You get their full-size glossy lip balm in the shade Nearly Neutral, which is actually one of my all-time favorite lip products. Rare Beauty obviously has a lot of popular products, but that one is definitely underrated. It is so comfortable. It's like this balmy, thin gloss that feels and looks so good on the lips. It's like my favorite lip product to throw in my bag when I'm running out the door because it's so easy to reapply. It feels good, it looks good, and Nearly Neutral is such a pretty shade. And then you also get a mini lip liner in a new set exclusive shade called Patient, and they describe it as a soft rose brown. I have tried one of their lip liners and it's really nice. It definitely has like a matte finish. It's really long wearing. It is a twist up, so you don't have to sharpen it, which is kind of nice too. So I always like to have that on hand. I bought it in like a light nude shade, so I do end up wearing that one quite a bit. So I will say, I don't know if the swatches are super accurate. The swatch of the Nearly Neutral Glossy Balm is a lot darker in the photos than it is on the lips, at least for me personally. It has pigment, but it's definitely a lot softer, which is why I really enjoy it because I feel like it is like a good everyday shade for me. So I don't know if the liner is quite that dark. I think the liner is a really pretty color, but I would keep in mind the glossy lip balm is lighter on the lips. As for the actual value, the full-size glossy lip balm is worth $24, and then a full-size lip liner is $15. The mini in here is 0.3 grams, and the full size comes with 0.4 grams. So it's actually a really good sized mini. It's worth about $11.25. So the kit as a whole has a $31.25 value, and you're paying $25 for it. So I do think it is a good deal. And like I said, the liner is almost the size of a full-size liner, like 75% the size of it. So I think it's a great option if you like the shades in here. If I didn't have Nearly Neutral, I probably would end up grabbing this. I think I actually have 2 Nearly Neutrals because I thought I lost mine, and it's such a favorite of mine that I went out and repurchased it, and then I found mine. So thankfully I haven't lost it again because I do love wearing that one fairly often. So Kosas has a new set that actually comes in 4 different options: a light, a medium tan, and then also a deep. So it comes with a mini concealer, a full-size setting powder, and then a makeup sponge for $38. They say it's a $64 value, which I'll get into because I don't think it quite adds up to that. But it is nice they have some different options. So I've tried the concealer and the powder, not the sponge. I do like the concealer a lot. I think it is a very lightweight, very moisturizing concealer. So it's great as an actual spot concealer because it's not too heavy on the skin, but it still has nice coverage. And it's really nice under the eyes if you do have dry skin because it is more of a hydrating formula. I have also tried the powder. I will say it was a few years ago, but I remember it just being completely underwhelming. Like, it didn't actually set my makeup into place. It was lightweight, but it also kind of enhanced texture and almost made my skin look dry. I know a lot of people like it, and I have been tempted on occasions to try it again, but I just remember not liking it at all, so I haven't picked it up again. So as for value, the full-size powder is worth $35. The concealer is about 1/3 the size of the full-size concealer, so not like the biggest mini, but you get enough in there to see if you really like the product, and that's worth about $12.67. And then the makeup sponge is worth $14. So the kit as a whole is worth $61.67. But, it depends whether or not that sponge actually adds a lot of value for you. Because for me, it's not something I would really end up using. I'm not a big sponge person. If I am going to use a sponge, I kind of have my favorites. So if I get them in a kit, I don't always end up using them. Without the sponge, the value is actually $47.67. So there is still added value there because the kit itself retails for $38. I would say if you are planning on purchasing the full size powder, whether you haven't tried it yet or it's like your go-to product and you need to repurchase it, it is worth grabbing this kit because the full size powder is 35. So basically for like an extra $3, you get the sponge and a mini concealer as well. If you're really only interested in the concealer and the powder and the sponge don't appeal to you, I would just skip over the kit and just buy the actual concealer. So again, not a bad value at all. It just depends on whether or not you really want to try all of those products in there. Okay, Tower 28 has a new kit for 2024. Never in a million years would I have guessed this was Tower 28 if you just told me a brand was doing like these two products with Kung Fu Panda 4. That's who they're collaborating with. I would have thought like maybe ColourPop, maybe Wet n Wild, not Tower 28. It seems kind of random. But anyway, this is a limited edition Lunar New Year kit. So you get two full-size best-selling products in here. You get their Beach Please cream blush, but it does come in like an exclusive shade, which is really pretty. It's like a kind of like a red with a little bit of pink in it. And then you get their lip jelly in the shade Magic, which is a clear with gold shimmer. So like I said, the kit, or I might not have said, the kit is $28. The lip jelly normally retails for $16 and the blushes are $20. So you are getting a little bit of a deal with this kit because it's $36 in value, but you're paying $28. I actually think that's a nice discount. Sometimes with these types of collabs, brands actually raise the price because they have to make up for like the cost involved with collaborating with a movie or a show or whoever they're collaborating with. But essentially you're paying full price for the blush and then getting the gloss for half off. Honestly, the blush color is really pretty. I'm tempted to buy this, but I actually just ended up decluttering two of my Tower 28 cream blushes because they expired fairly quickly. I did have one for maybe like 2 years, but the second one I had for less than a year. So I was kind of surprised it expired so fast. And because Tower 28 is like a clean beauty brand, they don't use the same preservatives that other brands might. So it does make sense that the products can tend to expire a little bit faster. And because of that, I don't plan on buying any of their cream blushes anytime soon. But if you are a Tower 28 fan and you love the formula or these colors, again, I do think this kit is a good deal. So we're kicking 2024 off well with some high value kits. Okay, one more makeup kit before I get into skincare, hair care, a couple of other options. Milk Makeup also had some really great holiday sets this year too, but I will say their new one isn't as great in my opinion. This comes with two of their best-selling products. So you get a full-sized matte bronzer in the shade Baked. This is like their little cream bronzer stick. I do have this shade and it works really well for my skin tone. So I think it would have been nice to see a couple of other options. They have 5 different shades and this is the second lightest shade. So maybe like the lightest shade, the mid-tone shade, and then the deepest shade because I don't know that this will work for a ton of different people. Because that is a full-size product, it retails for $24. And then you also get a mini of their Hydro Grip Primer. I just repurchased this and I'm excited to have it back in my life and be able to use it again. But I will say this is actually really tiny. I kind of wonder if it was a typo because I can't imagine they included such a small amount of this product. But on Sephora's website, it says the mini comes with 4 grams and the 4 milliliters, sorry. And the full size primer actually comes with 45 milliliters. So if that's the case, this would only be worth $3.38. I don't know. I feel like that has to be a typo. Like that is such a small amount. And that's such a low value product to include in this kit because this kit retails for $30. They're saying it has a $44 value. So I tried to, find it on a different website to see if there was an actual typo, but I couldn't find anything anywhere. So based on the info online, I would not recommend picking it up because then it's only worth about $27.38, which is less than what you pay for it. Okay, let's talk about some skincare kits. So I know a lot of people really like Farmcy. I've tried a couple of their products and they've been really great. I wouldn't say they're one of like my go-to skincare brands. There are just so many good skincare brands out there that I feel like I haven't quite gotten into Farmcy as much as a few others I really love, but they do have a great kit available. It's called the Farm to Face Bestsellers Kit. So it retails for $40. When I broke it down into the math, you're actually getting $63.60 of value within this kit, which is a really good deal because you do get 4 of their best-selling products. So in this kit, you get their Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. You get 0.7 ounces, so it's worth about $18. It's 1/5 the size of the full size product. So you don't get a ton in there, but I think you get enough to see if it really is worth it to you, or if you're buying this kit to travel with, I feel like that's a good size for travel. You also get their Wake Up Honey Eye Cream, which is worth $18, and you get about 40% of the full size product. Just for perspective, because sometimes when I'm like, oh, you get zero point 0.2 ounces, that doesn't really mean anything unless you're comparing it to the full size product. So not quite half of what you would get in the full size eye cream, but close to it. The Honey Halo Ultra Ceramide Moisturizer is worth $14.40, and it's about 1/3 the size of the full size moisturizer. So again, a pretty good amount in there. And then the Apple Peptide Lip Smoothie is worth $13.20, and you get about 60% of the amount of product you would get in the full sized one. So a really good value if you're interested in trying some of like their full size products, some of their best selling options. I think it's a really good introductory kit to the brand, and you definitely get enough within each product to decide whether or not it will work for you. You can try it out multiple times. They aren't tiny mini products by any means. So I would say for $40, that one does seem like it's worth it. Murad also launched a skincare kit, and I have to say this is actually a really great option too. It is their 5-minute fix targeted correctors set. So for $29, you get 3 minis in here. Murad products can be a little bit more expensive, but they are one of my favorite skincare brands. I find their formulas to be really effective. So the product in here that I've personally tried is the targeted wrinkle corrector. It's pretty expensive. It's $79 for the full size product. So this mini is worth $26.86. This actually works. I won't say that it really works long term. Like, I haven't noticed a big difference over time, but it definitely works throughout the day. So I have a pretty obvious wrinkle between my brows. I've thought about getting Botox on more than one occasion, but I feel like right now, like that's the only place I would really want to get it. And I just don't want to pay to get it in like one spot. I know there are other places on my face that could benefit from it right now as well, but I just feel like it's not like a big concern for me in other areas. It's just like this wrinkle between my brows. So anyway, I tried this product because I was like, I'll just use it and see if it makes a difference. It does make a difference. It actually makes that area look very smooth, and throughout the day, like the wrinkle isn't as noticeable. So I think it works, but I haven't noticed any like long-term results. Obviously, you're not going to get the same results you would get from Botox, but it is kind of like a nice temporary fix, I guess. It's a pretty pricey product, so it's nice to be able to get it as a mini. It also comes with the targeted pore corrector, which is supposed to diminish the look of pores right away and over time. I haven't tried this, but the mini is worth $16.66, and the full-size product is $49. And then the targeted eye depuffer, which I could probably benefit from, is an eye awakening micro current inspired formula that visibly depuffs and firms with every use. That's interesting to me because I just started using a microcurrent device this year. I use Foreo's Bear. And I actually have seen very long-term benefits with that because I do have fine lines on my forehead as well. They're not quite as noticeable, but that has worked to smooth out the fine lines on my forehead. So I don't know how it is a microcurrent inspired formula. That almost doesn't make sense. I guess I just have to read more about it. But that is supposed to visibly tighten over time for lasting results as well. And the mini is worth $21.76. So this trio is worth about $65.28, which is more than double what you pay for it. This is definitely one of the highest valued kits out of everything that I'm sharing in today's video, especially compared to what you pay. So I do think it is a really good deal if you want to try out these skincare products. Murad products do work really well for me, and the full-size versions are pretty pricey, so it's a nice way to actually test out the formulas before committing to the full-size product. And I also think you get a good amount in here. Like, it looks like each product comes with a little over like, no, right around like a third the size of the full size product. So I do think this is a great option. I might actually pick it up. Okay, Tatcha launched a kit with 2 different mini skincare products. I haven't heard much about Tatcha over the last few years. I'm sure there are people who still really enjoy their products, and I guess maybe I do see people using them on occasion on YouTube, but it was like back in, I want to say 2016, 2017, maybe it was like 2018, when their Silk Canvas Primer was so popular and everyone kicked off their tutorial videos with that product. e.l.f. ended up duping it with their Poreless Putty Primer, and I think sometimes when e.l.f. dupes a product and it does really well, you don't hear about the original product any longer, and I think that was the case with the Poreless Putty Primer and also the Power Grip Primer. When e.l.f. launched that, you didn't hear anyone using the Milk Makeup Primer anymore, so that's kind of why I repurchased it, because I did like it back in the day and I'm curious to try it again. Anyway, if you've tried Tatcha, do you think their skincare products are worth the money or are you not really into them? This set comes with the rice wash, which is a pH neutral daily cream cleanser. So you get 1.7 ounces. It's worth about 16.67. It sounds like it's supposed to be really gentle and just leave your skin feeling very, very hydrated. The Dewy Skin Cream is a product I've heard of. It comes with 0.34 ounces and it's worth about 14.40. It's a rich cream that hydrates and plumps, and it's supposed to leave your skin looking instantly dewy. The thing about this set is it retails for $29. It's only $31.07 in value. So they didn't really add in any extra product to make it worth the value in terms of like a true value set. But if you did want to try both of these products, it might be worth grabbing it. They do sell the mini separately. So the face wash is sold for $18 and then the mini dewy cream is sold for $23. So this kit is a better deal than buying those separately because separately that would be $41. But again, not an amazing value overall. I don't know. For me personally, when it does come to the value sets, like I usually want to get a little more than what I'm paying. Otherwise, I feel like it's not like a great value set. But I know for some people, they just like to have the option to try mini products before committing to the full size options. So it definitely comes down to personal preference. Okay, Amika actually launched a set that I wanted to highlight. Again, they had a ton of great sets during the holiday season. This one comes with some really big products. It's the supersized signature hair set. It's $88 and they're saying $138 in value. So it comes with a supersized normcore shampoo and conditioner along with a travel size version of their soul food hair mask. I am a fan of the few Amika hair care products I've tried, but I haven't tried this shampoo or conditioner. I actually haven't tried any of their shampoos or conditioners. Okay, so it looks like the Normcore shampoo is a sulfate-free shampoo. It's supposed to be really hydrating and remove buildup and then gently infuse the hair and the scalp with omega-7 rich sea buckthorn for soft, silky, bouncy hair. The conditioner basically claims to do the same thing and restore moisture and promote softness. So each bottle comes with 33.8 ounces and retails for $60 if you were to purchase the full size, like the jumbo sized bottle. The mask, the value can differ depending on how you break it down. It's $18 if you buy it as an actual mini, but if you break down the price per milliliter compared to the full size mask, it's about $12.49. Again, this is a really high value set because if you were to purchase the jumbo shampoo, the jumbo conditioner, and the mini hair mask separately, you'd pay $50 more than what you're paying for this kit. This kit's $80. And honestly, you actually save a little bit more in my opinion because a 16.9 ounce bottle is $36. So when you buy the jumbo size, you're already getting a deal and a $12 savings. So if you break it down that way, you're actually saving $75 if you were to buy this kit compared to buying the products separately or buying the normal size shampoo and conditioner. I wouldn't buy this unless you know you're a fan already. And honestly, the shampoo doesn't have great reviews on Sephora's website. So I don't think this is going to be for everyone. I personally am not someone who would really want to commit to like a jumbo bottle of shampoo and conditioner because I do feel like I like to switch it up. Like even when I find one of my go-to favorite formulas, I don't know, like it would take me forever to get through those. Also, I bought a lot of shampoos and conditioners during the Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. So I'm pretty set for like at least the first 6 months of 2024. But if you do really like that line, I'll link that set below. Okay, that's everything I wanted to share in today's video. There are some really good value sets available right now, which is nice to see because we don't have to wait for the holiday season to see some great options. I'm definitely curious to see what other brands are going to end up launching in 2024. I hope we see even more throughout the year and not just like so many during the holiday season. Obviously, that will still continue to happen because they do make great gifts, but it's also just a nice way to try out multiple products from a brand and get the option to try many different options for the price of like one full-size product. So let me know if you plan on picking any of these up or if you have any recommendations. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for being here. I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye.